This video is made to show you how to make a voiceover PowerPoint, as well as give you some do's and don'ts when it comes to voiceover PowerPoints. So, to begin, make your PowerPoint as you normally would. As you can see here, here is a fallacies and fallacious arguments PowerPoint that the Speech Lab uses fairly regularly. Now, you'll notice on the bottom here that this one has already had a voiceover. So, what I want to do is go in and make sure that I'm taking all of this existing timing and narration off. Now, if you're using a brand new PowerPoint, this won't be an issue for you, but I'm going to clear the timings and I'm going to clear the narrations. So that's all gone. Now, the next step, and I'm using a Mac, and this may make a difference. I've seen it make a difference and not, depending on the particular unit. But in order to make the recording, just go to record show. So I'm on slideshows and then record show, and you begin. I am now making the voiceover PowerPoint. There's not much more to it than that, except to keep a few things in mind. Number one, let's say that I've started and I am ready to go to my next slide. Well, I'm going to move over. And if you'll notice how I paused between being on one slide and then moving on to the next one, that's important. The PowerPoint has a momentary pause in recording when it switches from one slide to another. So if you're saying something in a fluid sentence and you want to change slides in the middle of that fluid sentence, try to avoid doing that as best you can. Now, let's say I go to a new slide and I'm talking about it. I've talked about ad hominem fallacies, and then I've got the example of Donald Trump's use of name calling, and then I make some comment that I realize shouldn't be part of the PowerPoint. Maybe I let my personal views get in the way, or maybe I just got tongue tied and I don't want that to even be remotely connected to this PowerPoint. No problem. Go up to End Show here, close that out. Yes, you do want to save what you've done. So now I can see that I've got my first 3 slides ready to go. And then here's the slide I messed up on. So go ahead and select that slide and then just hit record show again, and it will let you dub over what you've already done. So now I'm starting over with a brand new blank slide for this ad hominem fallacies topic, and I can move on through the rest of my presentation. Now, as far as other items in here go, there's not, again, a lot of complication if you're using a fairly basic PowerPoint. What I would note here is that if you are using some sort of links within your PowerPoint, that could get a little bit hairy. Let's take a look and see how that might work. Save what we have. Let's go to, if I can get this to pop up. There we go. Let's open Chrome and say I want to go to Speech Lab's website. I'm going to copy that. Whoops. Wow. Put in something wrong there. That's important. No, I realized that you can just type it straight in on the PowerPoint, but that's the exact reason that I go and do it this way. So I'm going to hit copy. Now let's say on this slide, I want to edit this. I'm going to click it, and there is the Speech Lab's website. Now, as you well know, just go in, insert yourself a hyperlink, and there it is. Good. Let's do a quick test here. Oops. Well, let's do it this way. Let's see how it works within the voiceover PowerPoint. So we'll go back to slideshow and hit record show. So now I'm talking about visiting the Speech Lab and how important it is. As I roll over this, you see that it has the link, gvsu.edu/speechlab, but it won't let me connect to that. So you'll need to be aware that you can't jump out and go to different places during the show. Let's try one other approach here. And if I play from current slide, click it, it does work. So that's an active link, which is nice to know. So however, now I'm talking about visiting the speech lab and how important it is. As I roll over this, you see that. And there I was. Now you know that that's recording. So, again, you can rehearse timings if you want. My advice is just to jump in there and go for it. If you want to do your animations or transitions, you can definitely still do those as well. Again, that's just like any other PowerPoint. When you are finished with this, you will save it. Just go ahead and click save. And so now I have my PowerPoint put together. Now, if you want to share this in a PowerPoint fashion, it's just as easy as uploading the file to Blackboard or whatever service you're using. However, if you want to make this a video, so it looks like just a continuous video of you talking and changing the slides instead of the students changing them, go to File, go to Export. When you get to Export, come down, drop it to a MP4 or movie, whatever you like. I do an MOV file, and then export that. And when you go to upload this to like YouTube, for example, this is the file that you will upload. And at the bottom, PowerPoint is converting, uploading. This usually takes just a few minutes, depending on how long your PowerPoint is, how long you've talked, and all that good stuff. So while that's working, that should be about everything you would need to do a voiceover PowerPoint. The one thing that I would also remind you of is don't go backwards. If you need to go back and revisit something, that's going to be a problem, because I'll show you how that might work. Let's record our show. Let's just start here. I'm talking for just a moment on this slide, and then I'm talking for just a moment on this slide. But if I go back, it won't let me on this view. Just locked in. I've done this before, and it will let you go back, and it just starts the recording over. So if that's the case and you do get to go back, there's no way it's going to let me here. You will just be starting over and taking out anything that you may have originally recorded on that slide. All right, so I hope this is helpful. And if you have questions, please contact us at the Speech Lab. If we are back on campus, you can reach us in 154 Lake Michigan Hall. If not, go to our website, email us at speechlab@gvsu.edu, and let us know if we can collaborate to help you make your next voiceover PowerPoint.